Welcome to Talking Habs pregame show before every Montreal Canadiens game. Game day news, game preview, and the Guess the Score contest. Come join the chat and let's talk hockey. Oops. I was supposed to change that. Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. So we got a late game today. Montreal and Vancouver to take on the Canucks. 10:30 start. And so we're doing a little bit of an early preview for pregame for that. But anyways, that's what we're doing. So let's use here. And as I get into the swing of it, and I got a cough, so just hang on a sec. It's one of those days. I'm telling you, just one of those days. There we go. So let's see. We got the game preview coming up. We got game day news, and I got a lot of that. And we have the Guess the Score contest. Guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game, and you could win $10. Just say last game with Cole Caulfield. I think it was Cole. Anyway, nobody won, which shocked me. But nobody had it. I didn't. At least I couldn't find it. If anybody did, let me know. But I went over it, and I was surprised as hell. I really thought there would be one or two. Daryl's got 5-2 Habs with Caulfield, so same score as last game. Any word on Allen? Allen is back practicing with the team. He is not starting tonight, but he's back practicing with the team. There's no word on a return to gameplay. Price at 10. David, if you're here, I don't know what you mean by that. Like, I'm not sure what's going on with that. Sorry. David Arthur, 5-2 Habs. Hoffman with the first goal. Julie, how's it going? Harry Rice, how's it going? Habs Guru, 4-3 Canucks. Miller. Harry's got, I'll go with 3-1 Canadiens. Miller opens the scoring. That's funny, 2 in a row with Miller. And Julie's got 4-2 Habs, and either she's been drinking or other things, and she's got Wienerson, which I know is Anderson. Anyways, no problem there. Second owner. Hey, second owner. Haven't seen you for a while. Good to see you. 4-1 Habs, Petrie. And Bye-bye. 5-3 Habs, Anderson. There you go. Those are... Anyway, get your guess in, and we will... hopefully someone will win. Nobody's won yet this year, so there's that. All right, so as I said, Jake Allen is back at practice, so that's some good news for Montreal. Anybody wondering about Carey Price? Carey Price is on the ice, and he's actually taking shots now. So this is really good. He's taking shots, and there's some more news. They're very small, but there's some more news in a bit about him, sort of. No, not sort of, but nothing huge, but I don't know what I'm saying. All right. I should know what I'm saying. Jeff Petrie, he's out. I believe he's out tonight, day-to-day. He's out day-to-day with an upper body injury. So Petrie is out. Jake Evans is back in, and so is the other guy that was out with him. I don't remember. I didn't write that one down for some stupid reason. All right. Interesting little tidbit. Under coach Marty St. Louis, the Habs are 9th best team in the NHL. So I asked this question. Still think he's an interim coach? I don't. But yeah, under Marty, they're the 9th best team in the league right now. Makes you wonder even more and more, right? Imagine if we'd have started the season with Marty. It wouldn't have changed the COVID or the injuries necessarily, but even with the injuries with less than a full team, I mean, he's got this team in 9th place in the league since he took over. Bye-bye, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that, my friend. I'm anxiously looking forward to it. Roger, 6-2 Habs, Anderson. And second owner, I'm not sure why I'm not sure. For the first time this season, this is from Harry. I'm actually sad Petrie's out. He was playing really well offensively under St. Louis. As that is true. Doesn't sound like it's anything serious, but he's missing tonight. Mr. Bocephus. 3-1 Habs. Evans with the first goal. Second owner, change me to Dauphin then? Oh, is that because you had picked... Oh, you had Petrie. I'm sorry. I should have said that when I read yours. Duh. Yeah, okay. No problem there, buddy. I'll change it to Dauphin. Yeah, no, I didn't get it. I didn't put the two things together. No worries. Baybye says you have to wait till end of season to remove interim, as too many teams got burnt not waiting long enough. Oh, well, no, without a doubt. No, they're not going to change that title till obviously, yeah. But I mean, just saying. I mean, is there any doubt they're going to sign him to a contract? Yeah. I mean, he's obviously loving what he's doing, and he's doing a hell of a good job at it. So, yeah. Hey, Thomas. And it's something that I had said pretty early on that he's going to be here for a long time. All right, what else do I got here? So there was I got one other thing. Devils GM Tom Fitzgerald. Now, I did a video about PK Subban just a couple days ago. Has told PK Subban that they won't be signing him to an extension. He'll be available at the deadline. So Subban will be available. Not a surprise, obviously. And I thought I'd put that in there because I read that today somewhere. Either today or yesterday. I'm not sure when I saw this. Now, Eric Engels did an interview with GM Kent Hughes. I've got a bunch of things from that. And for that, I need to go over here. I want to announce, though, one other thing before I get to the Kent Hughes stuff. Did I write it down? I might have written it down, did I? I don't know. I've got a picture. It's easy to fit. Yeah. All right. So Guy Lafleur will be invested into the Order of Hockey Canada, or the Order of Hockey in Canada, along with Lanny McDonald and Kim St. Pierre, amazing goalie for the women's hockey. So, Guy Lafleur, Lanny McDonald, Kim St. Pierre will be invested into the Order of Hockey in Canada. Awesome. That's pretty good news. Guy Lafleur. Okay, now let me get to the rest of it. Where am I? Up there? There we go. All right. So, interview with Eric Engels. Very interesting things I thought were in there. So, GM Hughes says they aren't actively trying to trade Shea Weber. So, the rumor about Shea Weber, they're not actively trying to trade him, but have had inquiries about Weber. So, teams looking to acquire Weber because of the LTIR money they can, save, I guess, cap to have him on their roster. So, like I said, they're not looking to trade him or haven't tried, but they have gotten calls about it. Hughes says a lot of what fans are hearing is not necessarily accurate. So, what he's talking about is the rumors and what kind of what their plans are, stuff like that. We're not hearing 100% accurate information, so take it with a grain of salt and take it from where the source is really important. He also says it's not a rebuild. They're not stripping the team down and starting over. So if that's what you think a rebuild is, that's not what they're doing. They are building a roster that can win on a sustainable basis. So they're not calling it a rebuild, and it won't be like by the terms of what a full rebuild would be. It's not what's happening here. They have a plan, and they're following it, but not everything goes as planned. So you have to have a component of flexibility to it. So that's when I think I've said this before. It's kind of like a fluid situation now. Well, my video where I said, does Marty St. Louis make it change whether it's a rebuild or not? And it kind of does. And it's a fluid situation depending on, like, things happen that you're planning for, things happen that you're not planning for, and it could change your decisions. I mean, that's what he was saying. Another quote from him: we'll trade Ben Sherratt, but we're not trading everybody. to go with that. There was the talk about them going after free agents, right? So this is what they're after in free agency. So this is Eric Engels asking, on the theme of whatever R word you'd like to use for this project, a lot of fans got their backs up when it was reported you'd be active in free agency. You've said all along that you valued players like Mark Recchi for the 2011 Cup-winning Bruins and Tim Taylor and Dave Andreychuk for the 2004 Cup-winning Lightning back in the day. So are we looking more at those types of acquisitions, or are you going for the biggest fish in the sea? Hughes says, I don't see us going after the biggest fish in the sea in free agency. If we're talking about a 7-year max contract, I don't think that's what we're looking to do here. But we'll go into free agency with the objective of trying to accomplish certain things with our team that are going to match our overall plan. It's kind of vague, but in other words, I take it, they're going to go in, they're not looking for the big stars, but they're looking for players that they can fill in, complementary players to what's here already. That's what they're looking for in free agency. Fill out a competitive roster. I mean, that's what I take it for. Next up. Okay, so I was talking about there's more news on Carey Price. He was asked, do you think Carey Price will play this season? His answer was a very simple and short, yep, that's it. Didn't say any more. No details. Just says it's possible Carey Price will play this season. Like literally they asked him and he said, yep. And he didn't really go into any detail at all. Then I saw that Carey Price was practicing on the ice and actually taking shots. Not a ton of shots, but taking shots to step forward. So maybe he knows something that they're not saying yet. Let's see what else I got. Kent Hughes. Oh, this is something we didn't know. Kent Hughes had COVID when he was with the team in the USA, and he got stuck there for 10 or 11 days. And if you remember, I think it was around the Toffoli trade. I think this is when he had it. And he didn't get back in town for a few days, so he couldn't do a press conference. I think that's when he had COVID. He was just coming off of it. So I never heard that. I don't know if anybody else had. I hadn't. Let's see. All right, I got two more things here to show you. On trading Lehkonen, Engels asks, how do you view Arturi Lehkonen's situation? A pending RFA who's a year away from UFA, a valuable player to your team, but also on deck for a contract that could crowd your bottom six forward group with another pricey player if you keep him. Hughes says, we're not trying to trade him right now. I think I've said that about a number of players on our team. We're not trying to trade them, but that doesn't mean we wouldn't receive phone calls with regards to them. And if something happens, we weren't specifically trying to trade Tyler Toffoli either. It just materialized through a conversation. So with a deal we thought made sense for us and Calgary thought made sense for them. I think I said it before, we're not looking to do a fire sale here. And the more time we have to evaluate our group and make intelligent decisions, the better off we are. Answers a little, that answers some stuff that, everyone's been wondering about. So this is on trade returns, what they're looking to get back in a trade. Is there a possibility of adding players before this deadline in hockey deals and not just taking back expiring contracts? He says, if you're asking if a trade would only necessarily involve a draft pick coming back, we're going to be open and flexible to other things. Would it be accurate to say there's more interest in prospects coming back than picks? And if so, why is that potentially more valuable to you? Hughes, timing and information. If somebody's 2 years older, 2 years post-draft, you have more information on that player. It's easier to predict what you'll get out of a 20-year-old than an 18-year-old. Easier to predict an 18-year-old than a 16-year-old. That doesn't mean we don't want draft picks. We're going to look at anything, including former picks who are already playing. And I imagine he means in the NHL. So some very interesting stuff from Kent Hughes. I would think you guys would agree. And I got one more thing. And these are two hot takes. I've got two hot takes. Three, actually. I got three hot takes for the Habs roster for scoring. for the rest of the season. And they involve just 2 players. First hot take is Nick Suzuki, who with 56 games has 41 points or 40 points. Nick Suzuki finishes at 70 points. In 26 more games, I think Nick Suzuki gets 30 more points, and he'll finish at 70. Hot take, Cole Caulfield, who sits at 22 points, has 26 to go as well. I say Cole Caulfield gets 50-plus points by the time he's done this season. I don't think it gets him into the top of the Calder race. I think it gets him into the possibly top 3. I don't know about that, but I'm hoping, but I think he gets into the 50-plus point range. That's 2. Third one is Nick and Cole finish 1-2 in Habs scoring by the end of this season. Those are 2 hot takes. I'm planning to do a video about hot takes. I just thought of it today. The video I said about the 5 best and 5 worst trades, I'm about halfway through it because I came up with that other video first. I'm now about halfway through getting it prepped, so I apologize, but it is coming. So, all right. Well, let's see what you guys are saying, and then we'll do the preview for the game. And hey, if you're having a good time, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, man. You just hit it real hard, and it'll automatically notify you of all my videos and shit after you ring the bell. All right, I'm just talking shit now. Let's go. Where were we? Hey, Bob Cannon. Boom! That's the cannon is here. I don't know. Maybe I'll get better at it as time goes on. Baby, I think right now they would be foolish to not change it at end of season. What are we talking about again? At the end of the season to remove intro. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's going to happen. He's going to be the head coach, no interim. And basically, Hughes tackled that. And it's basically what he said. He said, I kind of said it at the beginning. I don't expect him to just be an interim. He's going to be here going forward. And he's continuing to say that because he's done a fantastic job. And then they asked, well, how's he enjoying it? And he said, well, doesn't he look like he's enjoying it? He is. Hey, Kenny B. I don't think any decisions have been made at this point on who might actually be the next head coach for Habs. St. Louis is off to a good start, but Gorton will want to identify the best coach available. Nope. Not. I mean, according to what I take from what I heard or saw, Hughes said, nope. St. Louis is the coach. St. Louis. There's no reason to not think he will be, and there's no reason to think that St. Louis wouldn't want to sign and continue to coach here, unless something really drastic happens in the next 26 games, and I doubt that. Do I think it's going to be 26 games of wins and no losses? No, but this guy's a quality coach. You're taking a less than roster, not a fully healthy roster, and this guy's got them 9th in the league in the 11 games he's been coaching. It's a small sample, yes. That's pretty damn impressive considering how bad this team has been under the other coach, right? So I wouldn't let him go. I'd freaking handcuff him to the freaking dressing room if he said, I don't know, maybe I don't want to coach. Never mind. Subban will sign with Habs for $1 million a season. I don't know, Mr. Bocephus. I don't know. I mean, you know what? $1 million, I'm good with that. But he takes up a roster spot. From what I'm hearing Hughes say, I don't know. If they trade Petrie and they need a puck mover and they can't get one, you sign Subban for a couple of seasons at a low cost like that, maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. Kelly, how's it going? 4-2 Habs, Hoffman with the first. Everyone equates the term free agents as being the elite superstar who will command a big salary, but there are always expiring contracts who will be looking for a new home that are cheaper. There's plenty of free agents. Listen, they're going to bring in guys, hopefully quality guys, obviously, but complimentary guys. It's more than likely they're not signing somebody to a 7-year, because if it's UFA, 7-year deal at big money. It doesn't make any sense to do that. Kelly agrees with my hot take on Suzuki. Not on the other two, though, apparently. Bob loves the Canon. I'm going to remember one day to download a Canon sound. And you know the problem with that, though, is I can't play sounds. I can't just play audio files here. It won't let me. So and it's something they should put. They should give you an option to load up audio files to play. But nope, not yet. I guess I should write them and tell them, hey, you think you can do that? Just for me. Nobody else needs it. Just me. Blended Family. Hey, Blended Family. How's it going, man? Am I right? You're in England. Am I right? If you are, like, how's it doing out there in Europe way with everything going on? Keep up the good work, Rick. Thank you. From one Leafs fan to one Habs fan. Appreciate the work you do. Great to watch. Are you? If you're a Leafs fan, I did not know that. Well, that's okay. You can be a Leafs fan. So if you are, what do you think about all the talk about Austin Matthews is the best player in the league, in the world? What do you think about that talk? You know what I think about that talk. Happy Nation. St. Louis will become an assistant coach. You're funny. It's a bump. He will make mistakes. Well, of course he'll make mistakes. He's not perfect. He's a good coach. How can you say he is a quality coach when he never coached a day in his life? Come on, Rick. Let's be honest. He's really building the team's confidence, but coaching? The results, the things players say about him, things that people know him say about him. I say he is a quality coach. Hey, listen, it's a debate I'm happy to have until the time is that you're satisfied that he's a quality coach. That's fine. I mean, we'll see next year, the year after, when, we'll see when the results are in who's right. This is my hot take. That's all. I get it. It's a small sample size. I mean, there's no doubt. But, there's times when and you see quality. Yeah, I see a quality coach there. And I'm not shy to say it, or I'm not, what's the word I'm looking for? Not ashamed or anything. But, to say it so early, I have no problem saying it so early. I see something in that guy. Who am I? I'm nobody. But I've been watching hockey for my whole life and seen a lot of good coaches. That's one of those coaches. Marty St. Louis is one of those coaches that when his career is done, if I'm still alive, he could be coaching a long time. I might, but he'll be a legendary coach. That's my opinion, my hot take. It's a hot take that might be only known after I'm dead, but it's a hot take. So anyway, I'm going to do the preview in a minute, but because there's no rush tonight, there's a lot of time in between the end of this show and the next and the start of the game. So, but like I said, Bob, that's a debate I'm happy to have for a while till he signs his new contract as the head coach. I know that if you watched my video, I said that in the video. I'm not being fooled. It's not like the new coach starts, and of course there's some good games and whatever. It's always a little different team by team, but it's not what I'm talking about. It's something different. You know what I mean? Anyways, listen, time will tell. We'll see. I'll say this. By the end of the season, still be a small sample size to a certain extent, but if he's still approaching this kind of quality and the team's playing as well as they are and all that, yeah, I mean, I don't think it's debatable at that point. There you go. Right now, hamburgers probably. Right now, I'm reading and I'm saying in my head, the. No, it's like right now, Hamburger Burglar has probably got a good chance as a backup somewhere in the NHL next season. You know what? Maybe, maybe not. It's only 3 games. He's injured. If he didn't get injured and he's going to play, like, say he gets another 5 games in, maybe. I don't know after 3. And I don't know when he's coming back. I mean, Price might come back and then he won't get any more games. But I mean, you might be right. You might be right. Look up Soundflower. You can mix in other audio sources with a bit of elbow grease. I'm not sure why you're saying that. What was I saying about audio? I don't remember. I'm airheaded. You know that. But I don't get why. And what do you mean with a bit of elbow grease? I'm not a technical person. So if it's got any technical, it's not for me. I can tell you. Blended family. I mean, listen, reluctantly, I'll agree with you about Matthews. He's only 24. Yes. But this is what I say. A soft player like that can never be the best in the league and will not be successful in the playoffs until he becomes tougher. And they call him, oh, he's a beast. He's a beast. There's no soft player ever that was called a beast, ever, that I've ever heard of. So, yeah, that word should be taken from the vocabulary when it refers to Matthews. He's only a beast in that he's got a hell of a shot. I wouldn't disagree with that, but say he's the best. There's somebody saying the best ever. Are you like freaking kidding me? I'd love to see him go up against the Gordie Howe elbow. See how long he stays on the ice. And he'd be asking Coach, I don't want to go on the ice with that guy. Oh, Blended, you're in Montreal, so don't ask me why not you're in England. Okay, so from Montreal, no, I didn't know that. That's cool. I don't know where I got that from. My head got so much information, it's just mixed it all up. Coast to coast NHL hockey news. Is that NHL hockey news reports or is that somebody else? Hey, coast to coast. Very similar name to NHL hockey news. NHL hockey news reports. So you can play your audio drops into the stream. Oh, I see. You were talking about playing the Cannon Boom and what have you. Okay, I get you. Now I remember. Of course, I remember that. Yeah, but like I said, if it gets really technical and stuff, and I don't know, maybe Matt can do it, and if he can do that when we're on together, he could do that kind of stuff. I reluctantly will say he's one of the best goal scorers. I'll never like that guy. I'll never like him. Your name is Riley, eh? Coast to coast. Well, welcome in. Welcome in, Riley. Glad to have you. Everybody, say hi, Riley. Welcome to Talking Habs. All right, so I think it's time I should probably do the preview. Okay, we're going to do the preview now. All right, get to it, Rick, because, people are waiting. Yeah, give me a second, because, some things are just more important than others. Did you hear that? That's trains. If you heard that noise, that's because there's tracks and about the equivalent about 5 blocks from here across the highway. All right, game tonight. Hang on, I got a cough, so Montreal 15-34-7, good for 37 points, 8th in the Atlantic against Vancouver Canucks. In Vancouver, 28-23-6 are Vancouver with 62 points, 6th in the Pacific. How to watch this game tonight, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time start. That's a 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. In the Habs region, TSN2 in English, RDS in French. Canucks region, Sportsnet Pacific. Streaming ESPN Plus, NHL Live, RDS Direct, Sportsnet Now, TSN Direct, Sports Surge at NHL 66. And you can guess why they're not on that list, those two things, because there might be a reason. Last 10 record for Montreal, 7-3-0 on a 2-game winning streak. And an identical 7-3-0 on a 2-game winning streak for Vancouver. That's odd. Previous matchup, November 29th. Last year, Montreal hosted Vancouver. 2-1 win for the Canucks on a shitty Montreal team coached by not a great coach. Tail of the tape. Scoring chances for percentage, 47.4%, 24th in the league for Montreal. 49.7% for Vancouver, 17th. Goals per game, 2.41 for Montreal, 31st. 2.82 for Vancouver, 23rd. Goals against per game, 3.79 for Montreal, 32nd. 2.84 for Vancouver, 13th. Power play percentage, 13.5% for Montreal, 31st. 20.9% for Vancouver, 16th. PK percentage, 74.1% for Montreal, 29th. And 70.2% only for Vancouver, and they got the last place PK. That's good for Montreal's power play, which is improving, starting to improve now. Head-to-head record this season, 0-1 for Montreal, 1-0 for Vancouver. Shots on goal per game allowed. They are reversed, so as I say every time, for Montreal, 34, and for Vancouver, 31.6. And shots on goal 4 per game, 29.6 for Montreal, 32.4 for Vancouver. Face-offs. Montreal, the percentages 47.9, 23rd in the league, and for Vancouver, 51%, 10th in the league. Goalies tonight. Montembeault for Montreal, 6-11-4, 3.66 goals against, 8.97 save percentage, 1 shutout. I'm going to say Demko for Vancouver, 25-16-2, 2.63 goals against, 9.17 save percentage, 1 shutout. And also, got to stop thinking that the other team is throwing out their worst goaltender because it's Montreal. The way Montreal's been playing, they're throwing out the better goaltender probably now. So, we've got to look at it that way. Players to watch over the last 5 games, and this is funny because for each team, an identical 10 points, 4 goals, 6 assists for Montreal's Nick Suzuki, and for Vancouver, JT Miller. And plus minus, Kulak for Montreal, +6, and Myers for Vancouver, +4. Team leaders. Goals, Montreal, Anderson with 15, Miller for Vancouver with 22. Points, Suzuki for Montreal, 40, Miller for Vancouver, 63. Time on ice, Ben Sherratt, still unpictured, 23-25, and for Vancouver, Quinn Hughes, 25-08. And wins, and they got like a new number there, Montembeault with 6. It's just like the lofty heights of 6 wins. Wow. And Demko for Vancouver with 25. Habs scoring. Nick Suzuki with 40 points. Toffoli, who's not here anymore, 26. Lehkonen, 25 points. Anderson, 24. Hoffman with 22. And Caulfield with the same number as on his back, 22. Canucks scoring. Miller, 63 points. Quinn Hughes, 44. Elias Pettersson, 39. So in very similar amount of games. Pettersson and Suzuki are like 1 point from each other. Horvat, because they get compared these days. Horvat, 33 points. Besser, 33. And Garland, 31. The bottom 10, Detroit with 54 points. Islanders, 50. Chicago with 50. Devils with 47. Flyers with 46. Senators, 45. Buffalo, 44. Kraken with 39. Arizona with 38. And Montreal on the bottom with 37. And listen, 7 wins out of 8 games, and they're still on the bottom. And anybody worried about this streak ruining everything, I mean, did it? Yeah, shouldn't. Current line, since it's been so long, we'll just go with the record. Montreal's on the road. Their away record now is 7-17-6. And for Vancouver at home, 12-10-3. Record versus each other over the last 3 seasons. 7-1-4 record for Montreal, 5-6-1 for Vancouver. Let's see, where are we? Now the lineups. Suzuki centering Caulfield and Anderson for Montreal. Dauphin between Hoffman and Gallagher. Evans back in the lineup. Byron is the guy who was back as well. In between Byron and Pitlick. Paling centering Armia and Lehkonen. Kulak and Petrie. Romanov and Sherratt. Clegg and Weidman. And Montembeault in net. And everybody else, we've been saying it over and over, they're out for whatever reasons. Okay, where's my damn cursor? Canucks projected lineup. Miller centering Pearson and Garland. Horvat in between Podkolzin and Besser. Pedersen in between Hoglander and Chasson. Lamico in between Mott and Highmore. Ekman Larson and Myers first pair. Hughes and Shen second. Hunt and Harmonic. Third pair. Demko starting. And anybody there of note? Nobody there of note to talk about. That's it. And let's see what the status report says. Byron returns after missing 4 games from getting hit in the head with a stick. That's what it was. Okay. Drouin, a forward who has missed 17 games, and Dvorak, a forward who has missed 15 games, are wearing non-contact jerseys in practice. Allen, he's missed 20 games, has skated for 3 straight days, but there is no timeline on his return. I did read that he was practicing with the team. So Evans returns after missing a 5-2 win at the Edmonton Oilers on Saturday with an upper body injury, and the rest is for Vancouver, and I don't care. There we go. Where did I leave off? Mr. Bosifis, I beat you to that one. I've already said it. I actually said I think St. Louis delivers us our 25th cup, and I agree with you there. He says next Habs coach to lift the cup will be St. Louis. Just his 2 cents. And I believe those are an accurate 2 cents, my friends. How are you doing today? I'm doing really good. I hope you are as well there, coast to coast. I think I read that. Yeah, that's what I said. One of the best goal scorers. He's a beat. I'm reading the stuff I read already. So why am I doing that? No, she didn't get the hat yet because I haven't sent it yet. On the 22nd, more than likely, I'm going to send it. Bob says Vancouver 6, Habs 4, Miller with the first one. Andrew, I predict a fun game, fire wagon hockey. Yep, that's a pretty good, easy prediction to make because that's kind of how they've been playing, right? It's a good way to put it. Fire wagon hockey and don't never say die hockey. Never give up. Second effort. Whatever you want to call it. They've been playing really good. Crazy Habs fans still drinking the Kool-Aid. I see. Yeah. You're drinking like acid or something. I don't know. Gotta have some freaking hope. How do you not see some good things happening here, buddy? Or you're just being like that now today for some reason. Thank you, Kelly. Appreciate that. It'll be sent out as soon as I can. And we're not, the Habs fans aren't crazy. It's the Leafs fans that are crazy, not Habs fans. No. You're a realist. How can you not really see something good happening here? I'm not saying don't do the rebuild or whatever they're going to do. I'm not that stupid, right? Bodies are got to be moved out. But if you've got a quality coach, it almost doesn't matter who's here. He's going to get the best out of them. You bring in good players, he's going to get really good out of them. You're just being grumpy. That's all. You're drinking maple leaf syrup. No, don't call it maple leaf syrup. I'll never drink it again. That's what they should have been called, the Toronto maple syrups. That would be much better. All right, so now I'm done with everything I got. So you guys gotta, they say another 10 minutes and gotta control the conversation. Awesome, you just got a puppy. What kind? Love puppies, love dogs, love animals. I'm not looking forward to the start time. I gotta tell y'all, I'm not looking forward to it. Although I gotta eat supper, so I'm gonna eat supper before the game this time because I'm not gonna eat at 1:00. It's probably not gonna finish till 1:30. And I don't know. Hopefully, I can stay awake for the whole game. You guys can fall asleep. No one's gonna see. If I fall asleep, everybody sees. All the millions of people that are out there watching my channel. You was a Leafs fan last time they won the cup. Wow. Okay. But since I'm no longer, you were just a kid. Now you know better. Yeah, that's something I have said already. Last year, the year before, that Montreal will win a cup before the Leafs do. And that was way before St. Louis and all that. The Weber trade rumor is interesting. I don't understand the cap calculations, but if it helps the Habs, I'm all for it. It doesn't help or hurt the Habs in either way, really, right? Because I mean, he could stay here on LTIR. They get the cap relief. It's no big deal. The only way it helps if they make a deal, they get something for it, right? So they get a draft pick, whatever they get for him. But if they want to keep him around, like if they want to keep him around, they have plans for him in the organization. They're probably not going to trade the contract. They'll just keep him here. Evans with 2 goals tonight on his return, both in the first. Very specific prediction right there. Yikes. Oh, yeah, you work at the hospital. Oh, phew. I was going to say there's something wrong, but no, I forgot. You're a nurse. So, yeah, no, that's, it's like Matt. That's why Matt won't be here tonight. He gets up. I think he's got to be at work at 5:30 or he gets up at 5:30. And yeah, it's a little late for that. Hey, Quinn, how's it going? Yeah, it's a late game tonight. It's not my favorite. 10:30 starts they just suck. 10 is bad enough. 10:30 is even worse, obviously. The good thing is we don't have a lot of those, though. So I'm very happy for that. Was it last year or the bubble? We had one. I don't remember. Was it midnight or it was either midnight or it was 11? Was the latest start they've ever had. And yeah, it was fun. Really fun to do that one. Bay-Bye. Well, that's the only reason the teams are going to reach out for Weber, right? They need the LTIR relief. Or they need they don't put him on the LTIR and they just needed to reach the floor of the salary cap. Believe me, Quinn, if I was just watching the game tonight as a fan, not doing this, yeah, I'd probably fall asleep during it for sure. But I cannot do that, and I'll make sure that I'll be drinking something that keep me awake. That's for sure. I'm going to need it tonight. I'll tell you. It's a little early to be drinking it now. I still got an hour and a half, hour and 45 till the game starts. But I'm going to go make myself some supper now and be ready for that game. The cocaine is coming in about half an hour. I'll be good. If only. That's a long time ago. No more for that for me. I got a job to do. Well, I mean, so yes and no. I mean, I don't have to do it, but yeah. I believe in being consistent. Just trying to be consistent. And there's no excuse to, being late. It's not a good excuse for me to have to miss it. I'm going to be up anyway. If I wasn't going to, I'd be up. So, but when I'm not doing the game, if I'm up, I could be sitting at my desk. I could fall asleep if I want. I don't do it often. Can a team trade a player on LTIR? If so, why wouldn't they have traded him already? Loyalty? They had plans for him? That's why I say if they have plans for him, I doubt they trade him away. Right? And yeah, you can trade a guy on LTIR. BL says it's at a 1:11:30 start there. Yeah, a little typo there. Oh, so you're in the Maritime. You're in what, Nova Scotia there, BL? And if you're in Newfoundland, it's a midnight start. Yeah, Quinn. Let's see. I fall asleep around that time at my desk for an hour or so. I wake up, I fall asleep again, and I go to bed around 3:30. That's usually, but I slept a little bit at my desk. And then, you know what, I'll go to bed at 3:30, but I'll be up still by 7, between 7 and 8, I'll be up. So I don't sleep a lot. You might have guessed. Hey, Enter Tap, how's it going? I hope so. For a couple of reasons, right? If it's a good, entertaining game, you don't get as tired or fall asleep as much. It's when you're losing, it's horrible, and they're playing like shit. Hard to stay awake through those games, I'll tell you. Kelly, I think with the new management, that could have changed. I haven't heard anything about how they feel about Weber, but you might think if you see that they traded his contract, I doubt they have plans for him. Like I can't see them trading his contract and then, well, why don't you come and scout for us? Like, no, you can have him do that while he's on LTIR for the next 4 years. You wouldn't trade him away, I would think. So I don't know. Have I always run on so little sleep? No, not always. Only since I'm about 19 or 20. But not always. Since my early 20s, anyway. Beba, yes. By the way, when the boys come home is Saturday and Sunday, back-to-back games, and there will be a full house. There will be a full house in the arena. TSN has 4 Canucks on the trade board. Besser, Miller, Garland, and Shen. Kind of surprising. I'm not so surprised Garland and Shen, but Besser and Miller, you think. But, money and contract and whatever. Are any of those expiring contracts? I don't know. I mean, nowadays, right? Expiring contracts, unless it's one of your main guys or, you have the money. You sign them, but it's expiring contracts now that usually get traded at the deadline for the bigger names, right? There's so fewer actual hockey trades anymore. It's crazy. When I was a kid, they were all hockey trades. Oh, Habby Nation, a player under contract can't scout. I didn't know that. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with Weber then. It's got 4 years to go on that contract. All right, I'm going to take off. I got to go make my supper and then get ready for the next one. So, yeah, I'm going to take off. So, thanks everybody for being here. I appreciate it. I'll be back at 10:30 for the game. Hopefully, I'll see you guys there. What else is there to say? Don't forget Saturday, Sunday, back-to-back games. 7:00 starts. I'll be here at 6 for the pregame show. So hopefully you'll catch it there. And also don't forget Saturday night, overnight. So Saturday to Sunday, 2 in the morning, it becomes 3 in the morning, and we jump ahead for spring. So don't forget that overnight, Saturday to Sunday. And that's it. I'm out of here for this live stream, and I'll see you in what is it, an hour and 40 minutes. I'll be back for the hangout. Thanks for being here. Stay safe out there. Till then, peace out, y'all. And I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody. See you in a bit.